house has been on the market for 3 weeks now. I don't understand why it isn't selling.
This baby's going to come any day. It's going to be very stressful.
So I'm sensing a theme.
What theme would that be?
It's just too much for people.
This paint color makes such a difference.
The red, not so nice.
You can have too much of a good thing, and I get the impression that you disagree with me. When you're selling your house, the faster, the better. The longer your house is on the market, the longer you're living in limbo. As a property expert, I've seen people make the same mistakes time and time again. But usually, all it takes is an outsider's point of view and a bit of elbow grease to make the difference between no sale and a big sale. But it is tricky to know where to start, as no two houses or homeowners are ever the same. David and Susanna have a stunning house in a beautiful and popular part of town. It's listed at $1,029,000. Now, they've got one son, Liam, another baby that they're expecting in a matter of days. So it's time to move to the country where they're building the house of their dreams. The only problem is their city house isn't selling and, well, juggling two houses and a newborn baby is no one's idea of fun.
When I bought the house, it was 11 years ago. The thing that really sold me is the Gumwood and all the beautiful unfinished wood. The house has been on the market for 3 weeks now. I love my house, so I don't understand why it isn't selling.
The house continues not to sell. It's going to be very stressful. First of all, this baby's going to come any day. So it's going to be very difficult to have a little baby, have Liam, and try and accommodate all the showings. The other house that we're having built is going to be ready any time, so we have to start focusing on that and getting that prepared.
David and Susanna live in a super exclusive neighbourhood known for its traditional architectural style. Houses in this neighbourhood typically go for over $1 million in under a week. But they've had no offers, so something has got to be up. But that's why we're here, to turn this house from unsellable to sellable.
Hi, come on in.
Wow, that was a jolly doorbell.
I gotta like that.
Music as you come in. So, guys, your house is so beautiful from the outside, so it can't be curb appeal that's stopping this house sell. Do you mind if I have a snoop around and...
Absolutely, let's go through.
Come on in.
So this is obviously the sitting room.
Yes.
It is a gorgeous room, nice and bright. So I'm sensing a theme.
What theme would that be?
Wild West?
Wild West. You got it.
Well, it's definitely a southern vibe.
David's a little bit of a cowboy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did you put this paint effect in yourself?
Yes, I did.
The fireplace is definitely quite a big feature in the room. The exposed brick. There's quite a lot of textures with the wall and the brick and the wood. It's definitely got a lot of character. So this must be the dining room. The stained glass window and the wainscoting. That is what everyone wants to see. And although the radiator is quite charming as well, I think it could use an update to modernise the room. The light fixture blocks the view of the garden. And there's quite a lot of wood and different tones of wood, which is a touch overpowering. But I see a snazzy kitchen. Wow, this is really, really nice. This is a massive selling point. I love this eating area. I think it's really snazzy. I think there's nothing for us to do in here, which just leads us upstairs.
So this is our master bedroom.
I'm not a fan of this. I'm sorry, David. I'm presuming this was your idea.
Yes, it was.
It's a bit saloon door for me. It's almost a clash of culture or time because the blue is very modern, the bed is lovely, so I think we can just make it a bit more cohesive. A fantastic room which will look even better.
This is our son's room.
I love the crib. It's not like everyone else's cribs. It's different, but I think it's beautiful.
We fell in love with it as soon as we saw it.
We might want to advertise this room as a sort of second guest bedroom.
And this is our home office.
It's a good size. Quite a lot of furniture in here. We might want to change the function of this room. So we've done the tour now. I think it's time to have a little chat downstairs.
Okay, let's do it.
After you. This is $1 million house, but at the moment it resembles the interior of a Western-themed hotel I stayed at when I was 10. The cowboys, the bull's horn, the fake rock tables, they all have to go. We've got to get the rest of the house to look as chic as the kitchen, otherwise it's going to remain unsellable. I want to start by saying I really love your house. That's probably one of the best planned out kitchens I've ever seen. The stained glass windows, the wainscoting, that's what everyone is looking for when they come around a house like this. They want the period details. So those are all huge selling points. What I would say though is at the moment the Southwestern theme is too strong and it is putting buyers off. This table is very original. I don't think it's what people are expecting to see when they walk into a dining room in this neighbourhood.
I'm with you on that one. It's time to let it go.
I also wanted to discuss with you the fireplace. I do want to make it a bit more urban and a bit less ranch.
I've never liked it anyways.
Yeah, I'm
good
down with that too.
I know you love the wood, but my feelings about the wood is sometimes you can have too much of a good thing. And I get the impression you disagree with me.
Getting rid of all the wood, that's kind of scary for us.
You're still gonna have the beautiful paneling, it's just gonna be painted a different color. What if you trust me on this one for just a little bit, see how we go?
Okay, but if we don't like it, you'll change it back?
We'll consider it. I am so confident, having seen this house, that once we've made these changes, it's gonna look incredible. I just think that we need to refunction the bedroom upstairs, tone down the Wild West theme, and consider toning down some of the wood. So are we all on the same page?
Nervous about it, but yes.
That's what I like to hear. David and Susanna have a lot on their plate. They're expecting their second child in a week, and they're trying to sell their house. But unfortunately, the Western theme is really putting potential buyers off because for $1 million price tag, people are expecting more cosmopolitan than cowboy. I'm off to meet Kevin, their realtor now, to see what he thinks is going wrong. How many viewings have you had at the property?
We've had approximately 20 viewings booked by real estate agents, a number of open houses that have been very busy. So all in all, Sophie, we've probably had 100 people through the house.
Wow, that is a lot. Okay, so it's a fantastic location, fantastic house on a fantastic lot. What's dragging it down?
Well, Sophie, once people leave the great kitchen, that's where their expectations start being underwhelmed. As you've seen, that the house is very well entrenched in the Southwestern style of decorating. It's just too much for people.
And that's not the look that people expect to see in a $1 million plus neighborhood. But I'm confident that when we give the house a more refined look, it will really make a difference.
I think they're going to just love it, and it'll sell quickly.
David and Susanna want to start a new phase in their life, but to do that, they've got to sell their home, which at the moment is more ranch house than townhouse. And that is why I want to show them a comparable house in the neighborhood, so they get a better idea of what people are expecting to see for $1 million plus.
Very nice.
Similar size room to yours. I want to point out the window because the trim is painted white, but they've continued that theme throughout, and I think it looks really nice. Even though it's painted, you still know it's wood and it still stands out. What are your thoughts on the fireplace?
Very traditional, but it's nicer looking than ours.
I love the way you have a wood-burning fireplace. It's very nice, especially in cities where most is gas and electric. I just want to make more of a feature of it. Let's go on through to the dining room then. I know it's a bit more traditional than suits your taste, but it's slightly more in keeping with the $1 million price tag. Do you like the radiator covers?
I do. They blend nicely.
That's what we want to do in your house. Cover the radiators downstairs that mirror the wainscoting so they look like original features. Should we go upstairs?
Oh, isn't this sweet?
What they've done here is they've made the baby's room the smallest of the 3 rooms. Okay. Now this is a second bedroom, which is good because that means you do have 3 bedrooms. The last bedroom left. This room is a similar size to your room. I do think it feels a bit bigger, and I think it's because the dark doorways along one side of the room is quite oppressive, so that's why I'd like to get rid of them, and I think your room will then look bigger. Should we mosey on downstairs? What words would you use to describe this house?
Traditional and classic.
Bingo. Now this might not be your cup of tea, but it's quite neutral and, as you said, classic, and it sold for over $1 million.
Well, I guess that's what we want, isn't it?
I'm glad David and Susanna finally realised that we're here to help them get what they want. So to speed things along, we've called in our very own cowboy, contractor Anthony Sayers. Anthony's in charge of construction, so he'll go through with you what changes we're going to make.
Great.
Walking into your house, I noticed you have like a huge Southwestern theme going on.
You noticed.
And a lot of wood. It's a little too much, actually. So we need to just carry the painted trim throughout the room, right? So instead of breaking it up. Your walls have like a faux finish.
Is it supposed to be sort of tobacco stained?
Tobacco, whiskey.
All the good stuff.
We just need to make it one color throughout. Your fireplace is nice, but it's a little dated. But I really like this. It's really nice. So what I was thinking is maybe using marble and going around the perimeter of it and then transitioning to wood.
That sounds really
So
nice.
I'll reuse this. I'll just bring it forward.
So that's going to give it a much more cosmopolitan feel.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I think is important.
So we just need to repurpose the rooms that are upstairs, make all the rooms bedrooms.
Yeah, because I think for $1 million, you've got to maximise the bedroom space upstairs. So usually I say at this point that all hands on deck, but I think you should sit down and we should start herding up them cows.
The house is starting to take shape already. The horns are gone, the big boulders are gone. It's really starting to look like a different house already. I'm glad this is getting done before this one comes along because it'll be that much more difficult holding a babe and trying to do this.
This paint colour makes such a difference because now it doesn't look like a sort of saloon, it looks like a sitting room. I don't think that tobacco-coloured paint was very nice. This is looking considerably better than before. That brown was a killer.
Yeah, it was awful. This is just primer that we've put on so far. Have you ever tried painting any of these louver doors? Nightmare.
Really?
Yeah, it takes a really long time, and if you're not careful, it drips and just makes a huge mess.
How do you stop the paint getting stuck under there?
The best thing actually for this is to work with another person. One rolls and the other will brush stroke the door out.
Okay.
So you can roll, and then I'll just follow you and brush it out. But this makes it so much faster for sure, or else you'd stand here for a good 4 hours doing one door.
Honey, I can't stand here for 4 hours. I've got places to be, people to see. Well, we've done this one, we've got another 5 to do, so we better go and take them off the handles then.
Okay. Now that the room has been painted out and it looks spectacular, the rad, not so nice. So what I've done is made up these nice decorative boxes, decorative aluminum, and some molding that I've made up. I'm gonna attach the aluminum to the back of the boxes and then close it off with the trim. Paint it out nice white to match the trim, put a nice lid on it so that you can put pictures and make it a design element in the room.
Oh, my beautiful wood.
I know.
My Gumwood.
Doesn't this make you want to cry?
Yeah, you missed a spot over there.
Well, the house is coming along nicely. We've taken out all the cowboy knickknacks and the whole ambiance of the place is changing. It's becoming a bit more sophisticated. But I'm not cracking open the champagne quite yet because, well, we've still got a way to go. This is going to look like $1 million when it's finished.
It already looks like $1 million, no?
I'd say more $500,000.
Okay, I can work with that. So remember before we had the red tiles in the hearth? So I broke it out and put this nice ceramic tile. I had to put the marble first because you can't have combustible material touching the actual fireplace. So the marble first and then transition to wood. Piece of MDF that I cut up. We need to just close off the red brick.
That definitely does not match with that.
No. I drilled a hole through the marble so that we can still open the flue.
It looks much more $1 million pad now. How much did all this cost?
The ceramic tiles, the marble, the woods, the glue, everything, I would say $200 maximum.
Wow. I'm off now anyway. I'm going to leave you to it because I don't want to stop a great work in progress.
Excellent.
See you later.
Okay.
Upgrading old features like tired-looking fireplaces doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg, but small updates will make a big difference when you're trying to sell. This house in a very comparable upscale neighbourhood has similar characteristic elements, but They've been superbly updated, modernizing the house to match its $1 million price tag. This fireplace isn't even wood-burning like David and Susanna's, but its design is classic with a modern flair. Small additions like the marble surround paired with a fresh white paint job on the wood mouldings and cabinets make this a selling feature. All the wood paneling and trim have been painted out in a crisp white. You still get the benefits of the old, timeless wood, but with a freshness that carries throughout the house. The dining room is steer-horn free and shows beautifully. A lovely dining table grounds the space, and updated elements like the modern light fixtures and chairs enhance the room and show off those spectacular white mouldings. Into the master bedroom, where the continuous white trim, light colour palette and simple styling makes the room feel larger than it actually is. This house has all the class of a $1 million home, including 2 extra bedrooms. I know our plans for David and Susanna's home will bring it up to the same level of elegance, giving the Southwestern theme a send-off into the sunset.
David and Susanna's house is in a great location, and it's on the market for $1,029,000. Potential buyers are being put off by the cowboy theme, so we got rid of that. We've made the house look a bit more elegant with some clever use of paint.
Painting the wood a beautiful and crisp white was definitely the right way to go. The room now looks updated and classic, but with a modern flair. We've reused the same furniture in the room, but it's astonishing how transformed the space looks with newly updated fireplace and paint job. For such a small investment, the new fireplace is sure to get tons of attention. The dining room was a sea of dark wood which overshadowed the old-world elements of the room. Now totally brightened, the room shines with elegance and the stained glass windows can finally take centre stage. A brand new dining table and raised light fixture create the sophisticated look that buyers expect to see. And Anthony's custom-made radiator covers looks original to the space. Finally, the entire main floor feels as top-notch as that gorgeous kitchen. The master bedroom felt dark and ranch-like, but changing the wall colour, painting the dark wood white and banishing the themed decor completely brightened it up. Changing the baby's room into a guest bedroom was the perfect way to show off the potential of the space, and the neutral styling will definitely appeal to a broader range of buyers. But we didn't forget baby Liam. What was once the office has now been transformed into a charming baby's room, without any of the clutter disguising the size of the space. The total cost will be worth the effect in the end because a house of this caliber needs to fit its $1 million expectations in a competitive market. Extra effort always pays off though where open houses are concerned.
Nothing chops up the flow of a room like different colour paint, and that doesn't just apply to walls. If your baseboard, wainscoting, trim are painted, make sure the same paint colour continues throughout. Make sure a design theme doesn't overshadow your house, because whatever your own personal style is, potential buyers are here to see bricks and mortar. When the price tag goes up, so do the expectations of potential buyers. And for $1 million, people are expecting perfection. No detail is too small.
I love the new living room and dining room there. It looks awesome.
The fireplace before, I definitely think it was dated. It needed a facelift, and I love what they did with it, actually.
I'm sure that it'll spark a lot of enthusiasm.
This house has finally earned its $1 million price tag. It's sophisticated, it's elegant, and it's much more in keeping with the neighborhood.
Now we just have to see if potential buyers agree.
The open house is just around the corner, and it is looking fab in there. We've purged the house of the Wild West theme, and it's looking like $1 million pad again. But the proof's in the pudding, so we'll have to wait and see what the potential buyers think. So we've got family room.
This is beautiful. It's quite the difference.
So you've been here before then. What were your thoughts before?
I thought it was a little too Santa Fe. This is me. I love these colors. I love the combination of the aqua and the cream.
It's a gas fireplace or wood burning?
No, it's a wood burning fireplace.
Looks fabulous.
I'll show you through to the dining room.
This looks so much nicer. It looks like a totally different room.
The wainscoting was a totally different color wood. Do you remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
My favorite thing about this house is these wooden floors.
It's a space I think that a lot of people would feel very comfortable in.
This is the second bedroom.
I can remember thinking it was small, and all of a sudden, it looks a lot more spacious.
That's because before they had a cot, a changing table, and a couch. And the furniture wasn't big, but the amount of it made it look much smaller. Well, wait till you see the master bedroom.
Oh, I love it.
Was this a wood before? I can't believe the difference. It really brings out the color of the floor.
I think you'd be very comfortable in this room.
the last bedroom.
This room was something else, and the baby's room was...
Baby's room was there.
Okay.
And this was an office. If you're going to go over $1 million, you really need 3 bedrooms. Now, you initially said that when you first came round, you were unsure about the size of the bedrooms.
Yes.
How has that changed?
They definitely seem larger, especially the master bedroom.
It just looks a lot more inviting, and you can sort of start to picture your own furniture being in here.
Do you think it now has the look of $1 million house?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think it's beautiful. It shows really, really well.
I love everything about the house, from the spaciousness to the functionality to the colors.
Let's move in.
Sophie, I'm absolutely blown away. The feedback that I received from the guests today was very positive. I think some of them will be back, and my hope is that one of them will be interested in putting in an offer on this house.
Fingers crossed.
The house looks amazing. It looks so different. Painting out the Gumwood, I thought was going to totally ruin the warmth of that room. And I'm surprised that it hasn't.
Making the other room back into an actual bedroom, I think it adds more appeal. The way the rooms are flowing is really nice. I'm pleasantly surprised with the way that they put everything together.
Do I think the house looks like $1 million? Yes, I do think so. I just hope other people do as well.
After transforming David and Susanna's house into a sellable property, interest in this stunning house definitely increased, which means these proud new parents will soon be able to move into their country dream house without looking back.
I see lunch, 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 lunch. We get very hungry.
Where were you in the 80s?
I was breakdancing. Rad man.